Today, we're celebrating the life and achievement of an icon in the agricultural industry in the person of Prince Olabode Ezekiel Adetoyi, an entrepreneur par excellence, a man who has contributed his quota to the economy of Nigeria. Prince Olabode Ezekiel Adetoyi was born on February 2, 1969 into a royal family of Ile-Titun compound in Otun Ekiti, Ekiti State. His great-grandfather was Ore Awoshowoye Onyininuara, who ruled in the year 1810 to 1860. He gave birth to Olabode's grandfather, Ibidumoye, and Ibidumoye gave birth to Prince John Adetoyi, the father of Prince Olabode Ezekiel Adetoyi. Royalty is known for enjoyment and good life, but Olabode's father taught him to be very hardworking and diligent, and as early as age 4, Bode started yearning for education. At the tender age of 4, Olabode started school. He attended St. Peter's Anglican Primary School, popularly called Imila, between 1975 and 1980. And between 1981 to 1986, Bode got admitted into secondary school at Comprehensive High School, Otun Ekiti, now known as Saliu Adeoti Comprehensive High School, Otun Ekiti in Ekiti State. Still aspiring for greater things in life, Olabode decided to further his educational career by enrolling for advanced school at Oyo State College of Arts and Science, popularly called Oscars, at Ondo Road, Ile-Ife, between 1986 to 1988. Growing up, Olabode is very much attached to his mother and is always following his mother, Princess Felicia Adetoyi, a very good businesswoman in her time then, to Osun Ekiti, just to avoid going to the farm with his father, Prince John Adetoyi. That is why today in Osun, his mother is probably called Mama Bode, because people thought Bode is the only child of Mama. Even though Olabode does not like farming, he still has to follow his father, Prince John Adetoyi, to the farm sometimes. But his brother, Banji Adetoyi, popularly called Toro, is a great lover of farming. Today, it's an irony to see that Olabode, who does not really like farming, is the one that now took up farming as a career like his father. Prince Olabode Adetoyi actually wanted to be a medical doctor, but destiny has it today that he has to be a farmer. Olabode gained admission into University of Ilorin in 1988 to study agriculture, where he got exposed and met a lot of friends, and he was able to see the world in a different light. He excelled in his studies and he bagged his first degree, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture at University of Ilorin, after which he proceeded to answer the national call by going for his National Youth Service Corps in Calabar, Cross River State. He was posted to Ministry of Agriculture. From there, he was seconded to Cross River Cocoa Board, ECOM, where he started the entrepreneurial spirit in him. He was made the produce officer at Cross River Cocoa Board, and as a youth, he really enjoyed himself then with other corps members because they were able to explore and even trek sometimes to different places like Cameroon, Bedege, Ikom, Obubura, Itomi, and other areas. After his youth service, he has to face life, and as we all know, life is not always like a bed of roses. So, searching for jobs started. Olabode briefly stayed with his elder sister, Alice Odia Ni Adetoyi, in Warri, Delta State. She tried her best to make life good for him, but Bode felt that he doesn't need to be spoon-fed all the time. He decided to go out and fend for himself. Olabode proceeded from Warri to Lagos to search for job opportunities. When he got to Lagos, he stayed with his families. He stayed with Popola Adeyeye, his uncle, popularly called Popola the Popular Tailor. He also stayed with his brothers, Dayo Adetoyi and Lekan Adetoyi. Life was not easy when Olabode got to Lagos. The first job he got was to mix Milo and cold water to make tea to serve people. Even as a BSc holder, he took the job and was diligent in it. He hawked cold tea in the streets of Pangrove. Not minding the job was mania, but yet it pays the bill. From there, he also learned how to approach people and also learned how to write small business letters. He was meeting school principals of both private and public schools to help them write business letters. In the process, he also learned how to drive, how to keep records, and also warehouse, not knowing that the menial job of hawking tea was actually what will prepare him for the bigger future. From there, Olabode got his first poultry farm job at Olupisi Farm in Ogijo, from where he got practical experience of becoming a farmer. He worked there for about a year. He then proceeded again to another poultry farm, Ola Farm and Trading Company, where he also worked for another 1.5 years. He learned some practical poultry production, like the art of poultry farming, fish farming, brooding, and so on. At Ola Farm, Olabode met with different suppliers like Dr. Olufonwa, who taught him more about selling nutritional products, which made him to pursue a master's degree in order to learn more about nutrition and formulation. Prince Olabode went for master's degree in University of Ibadan in 1997 and finished in 1998. Prince Olabode Ezekiel Adetoyi attended an exhibition during his days at University of Ibadan that was organized by Bioorganics, where he met with the MD of Bioorganics, Dr. Acholonu, and that was how he got the opportunity to go for an interview at Bioorganics and was later employed to work in sales department to market nutritional products. Because of his work rate and what he was able to do at Bioorganics, he was given an award, and the MD also considered it that he should go for further knowledge. Dr. Acholonu personally sponsored Olabode to Lagos Business School, now popularly called Pan Atlantic University. He did his SMP program there in 2003. Olabode also went further to Lagos State University to do his MBA in marketing. After his MBA in marketing, Olabode now became well equipped both on practical and also on sales of nutritional products, and can also write a very good bankable feasibility study, and which also gave him the ability to fulfill his dream of becoming an employer of labor, which has also been his age-long dream. This is what led to the founding of High Nutrient International Limited in 2004. Olabode set 4 things for himself. 1. To become an employer of labor. 2. He also wants the company to be of higher standard, which is the high in high nutrients, and also of international standard, hence the International in High Nutrients International Limited. 3. He also decided that when the company is up to 15 to 20 years, he would take it international. 4. But he also wants to become an author. Setting up a company was not an easy task. The first 3 years of formation of High Nutrients was a life of struggling here and there, but through a committed effort and people he has met and some of his mentors like Dr. Femi Fani, Mama Sabena, and Dr. Penshaw Smith, he was able to have a product of his own and factory of his own. Through Dr. Penshaw Smith, Prince Olabode was also able to meet with a former governor of Oyo State, Senator Rashid Adewolu Ladoja, a great farmer and a statesman who is the immediate past chairman of High Nutrients International Limited. Through his tutelage, he was able to reposition High Nutrients. Then, in 2013, as an investor that Bode invited, he was able to contribute his quota and good leadership, which helped the company to get good customers in the industry. Prince Olabode has also been participating in all the associations related, like Fishery Society, Poultry Association of Nigeria, and with his activity there, he grew in rank to become the current Vice National President of Poultry Association of Nigeria, and also a Fellow of Fishery Society of Nigeria, and also a Fellow of Institute of Agric Business. High Nutrients has over 60 staff and later became market leader in the nutritional industry. Olabode patented more than 12 range of premixes, so that every poultry farmer, cattle farmer, fish farmer must add I-mix into their feed, and God helped the company to grow even beyond its expectation.
High Nutrient is a company that deals with premix, and the word premix is just a combination of what your vitamin, your minerals, then your additives, your medicaments, and the carrier. Come with me to the production floor. Let me show you some of our products. A range of high mix products. As you can see, this one is 500 kg capacity mixer that has discharge bin that can mix for just 7 minutes. The mixing period is okay. The whole 500 kg have to come down to the discharge bin, and it is automated while the packing process begins immediately.
High Nutrient is a premise company. The MD, he has really achieved a lot. He's a committed person.
Olabode Adetoye got married in 2001 to Olubukola Adetoye, and she has been the major backup for Olabode, which is why Prince Olabode will always say that behind every successful Bode Adetoye, there is always Bukola Adetoye. Even when they were about to start High Nutrients, they prayed about it as a young couple, and when Bode is working very hard to make High Nutrients succeed, Bukola is always backing him up through prayer. Prince Olabode Ezekiel Adetoye and Olubukola Adetoye gave birth to 3 wonderful children: Adiola Adetoye, David Adetoye, and Daniel Adetoye. High Nutrients have raised the bar in terms of our contribution to the industry. So, High Nutrients became an household name in the agricultural sector, especially in the poultry industry, fishery industry, cattle industry, and so on. Preparation they say will always meet with opportunity. That is why in 2017, specifically, Neovia approached Prince Olabode Adetoye to buy majority shares in High Nutrients and take the company High Nutrients to international heights, and being one of the things that Olabode has planned for his company High Nutrients from inception to take the company international. He accepted the offer, and all due diligence was done when Neovia visited High Nutrients in Nigeria. Neovia Group, the biggest agricultural company in France, which also have branches in over 50 countries in the world and more than 10,000 staff worldwide, with a turnover of over 2 billion euros, approached High Nutrients and bought a majority shares of High Nutrients, and the merger and acquisition was agreed, and the name High Nutrients became a worldwide company. They believe that having a local experience with their expertise, they will be able to bring international technology transfer and then higher capacity, as they will be able to bring in more products that can be developed locally here in Nigeria. Prince Olabode Adetoye is also an alumni of the prestigious Harvard Business School, Boston, USA, where he did his international executive program on agribusiness seminar January 12, 2019, with over 181 participants preparing solutions to world food crisis, with focus on solutions for Nigeria and Africa as a whole, same school that former American President Barack Obama graduated from. Olabode took this decision to be able to allow the company to live beyond its owner and for generations to come to be able to see the company after many years later. All these business decisions couldn't have been made possible if Olabode has not passed through Lagos Business School, Harvard Business School, Inspire de Ensino in Sao Paulo, Brazil, University of Stellenbosch in Cape Town, South Africa, A&M University at College Station near Houston, Texas, and the universities he has passed through, coupled with its international exposure, actually prepared him to take these laudable decisions. Prince Olabode Ezekiel Adetoye also likes attending international exhibitions to learn new things that he can bring back to the country that can be of good products to boost the economy of Nigeria. Olabode has traveled to over 20 countries. With the exception of Australia, he has traveled to every other continent of the world. Olabode also believes in the God factor in all of what he has been able to achieve thus far, even in the merger and acquisition. The job cannot be done alone, but they also recognizes the effort of his team member, his staff in High Nutrients, and the new owner, Neovia in France. But they also recognizes the tolerance of his immediate family, Bukola Adetoye, Diola Adetoye, David Adetoye, and Daniel Adetoye. For all the long periods, he is always traveling and not be at home, for their understanding. Looking back now that Bode is 50 years old, he has to fulfill his fourth objective of becoming an author and has decided to put all the experience from his childhood till today that he is celebrating his 50th Golden Jubilee in his book titled The Entrepreneur. The book is to commemorate Prince Olabode's 50th birthday, Golden Jubilee, and also to serve as a reference point for the youths. Prince Olabode also likes to advise the growing youths and those who are also aspiring to start up their own businesses through his book, The Entrepreneur.
Produce a book titled The Entrepreneur, and the book is to commemorate my 50-year anniversary. Not that alone, but I want the book to serve as a reference point for one, the youth to know that your background does not determine what you will become in the future. Two, if you are not born with a silver spoon, you can get one for yourself by getting up, working harder, working smart, buy silver spoon for yourself. Three, to see how God has helped me to navigate from being that lone boy from Ekiti to my university education, to the knowledge I've gained, serving people. Remember, you must serve people before people will serve you. The youth of nowadays, they don't want to travel, but they want to say they have arrived. And that is part of the problem. So the book also will help the youth in developing the best out of them. And of course, to some of my colleagues, it will also be an opener on how to open up your business for higher productivity.
The immediate family of Olabode are also wishing him success and greater years ahead, even as he celebrates his 50th birthday.
I'm wishing my daddy a very happy birthday. He's a very loving dad. I love him because he's very hardworking and he's also caring. He cares for me very well, and that's why I love my dad.
Today, February 2nd, which is my dad's 50th birthday, I'd like to wish him a very long life and prosperity, many more years to come, more knowledge, more blessings. Love you, Dad.
Happy birthday to you. Long life and prosperity in Jesus' name. From your number one D1, your only girl. I just wanted to say I love you so much, and I want to thank you for every single thing you've done for me right from when I was a baby to now. I want to thank you for taking care of me, my brother, my mom, my whole family. Seeing you take care of other people outside our family is just a great lesson. I've learned a lot of lessons from you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Enjoy your birthday. Love you.
Happy birthday, my darling husband. I wish you many more years ahead in good health, happiness, and God blessings always. I wish you long life and prosperity.
Success does not come by easily. You work for it. Because of Olabode's background, he believes in giving back to the society. He believes it is too expensive to be poor, a statement he borrowed from Senator Rashid Ladoja, immediate past chairman of High Nutrients International. Because of this belief, Prince Olabode Ezekiel Adetoye decided to give back to the less privileged in the society. A larger heart spirit they have developed in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. In this spirit, about 5 years ago, he consulted with his wife, Olubukola Adetoye, about the idea of giving back scholarship bursary awards to students in Ekiti whose parents are struggling to meet up with fees, and his wife gave a nod to this idea, and BAM Foundation started in 2014, which is today known as BAM Foundation Scholarship Award. Today, some of these students that BAM Foundation Scholarship Awards gave bursary awards to 5 years ago are now medical doctors, lawyers, and even farmers like Olabode, and they are successful. This is what they call payback to the society, because when they are also in the position to help, they will also help others. Prince Olabode Adetoye decided to take it a step further by transforming his business life into a political life. In 2016, he thought of the best way to give back more to his people by launching BAM, Bode Adetoye Movement. The acronym BAM came from something that is good, something that is nice. You are a BAM. This thing is BAM, and that was how the name BAM came. This phenomenon was accepted by his people at Ekiti North Federal Constituency 2. He launched the name BAM and consulted with various political icons in Ekiti State. He was able to meet with the sitting governor, Governor Kayode Fayemi. He was able to meet with Otumba Niyi Adebayo. He was also able to meet with Senator Femi Ojudu. He was also able to meet with Mr. Biodun Oyebanji, who happened to be the current secretary to the state government, and through their tutelage and acceptability, he was able to launch into the political foray in Ekiti. In also going round to learn more about politics, he also visited the former president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, and other progressive minds, giving them his manifesto and what he wanted to do for his people. Prince Olabode was coasting towards the victory to take the candidacy for House of Representatives for Ekiti North Federal Constituency 2. But in between then, the merger and acquisition with Neovia came in. The merger and acquisition by Neovia was what stopped Olabode from continuing his pursuit of political activities, because the directors and board at Neovia does not want a politician to be on their board, and he was advised to step down from his political activities. The merger and acquisition is also a plus to the Nigerian economy, and it has also put Nigeria in a wild pedestal. For some of the people who don't know why Olabode stopped his political activities then, it is to enable the Neovia foreign investment to come to stay and to nurture it to grow. Prince Olabode Adetoye has received different awards of excellence, from Fisheries Society of Nigeria Award of Excellence, Western Agric Farmer Premix of the Year Award, Diamond Award for Professional Excellence, Outstanding Recognition Award, Poultry Association of Nigeria 2012, Nigeria 50 Award for being among top 50 fastest growing company, University of Ibadan Animal Science Students Association of Nigeria Merit Award, and a host of different meritorious awards. We want to say a big congratulations to Prince Olabode Ezekiel Adetoyi today, even as he celebrates his 50th Golden Jubilee. Wishing you long life and prosperity ahead.
You are the son of this day. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. You are the son of this day. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. You are the son of this day. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. You are the son of this day. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. Lọ́jọ́ ìbí ẹ, ẹ kú àṣeyẹ, ẹ̀mí aṣọ ọkọ ẹ. Èdè lọ́jọ́ ìbí ẹ, ẹ kú àṣeyẹ, ẹ̀mí aṣọ ọkọ ẹ. The son of this day. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. You are the son of this day. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Long life and prosperity. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Eke Osana, Selelumare. Eke Osana, oh. 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 You are the son of this day. Congratulations. Happy birthday to you. You are the son of this day. Congratulations, happy birthday to you. You are the son of this day. Congratulations, happy birthday to you.